Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Shri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Advaita
Hare Hare
Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram, Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Nam Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Nam Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Nam Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Nam Nam Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Nam Nam Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Nam Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Jai Shri
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Chaitanya
Hare
Prabhu
Hare, Hare
Nityananda
Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Advaita
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Ram
Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram
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 Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
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 Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
जय श्री कृष्ण
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Jagannatha
Hare, Hare Ram,
Shivasa
Ram
Gaura
Ram,
Bhakta
Ram Ram,
Vrinda
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri
Hare
Advaita
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna everyone. It's 7:10.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Thank you all
Prabhu.
Hare
for
Krishna
joining.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. We drink some water. Okay. Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu, Canto 7, Chapter 5, Verse 12.
Can't see your screen.
Yeah. Thank you for telling me that. Okay. Sa yadanuvrata pumsam pashubuddhir vibidyate anya esha tathanyo aham iti bheda gata sati. So, who is speaking? Let's see. Prahlad Maharaj is speaking to his teachers. When the teachers have asked him the question, how has your intelligence been polluted? We want to know, where did you learn all these things about Krishna consciousness? And if there is sound, I can switch on to the phone.
There is no sound.
No sound, okay. So, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased with the living entity because of his devotional service, one becomes a Pandita and does not make distinction between enemies, friends, and himself. So, when Krishna is pleased with us because of our devotional service, you could say all knowledge comes, one becomes Pandita, means all realization will come, all knowledge will come, and yeah, and at that time we'll see everybody as spirit soul. part and parcel of Krishna. So, by Krishna's mercy only, we get good intelligence. And when we want to please Him, then Krishna reciprocates. In the Bhagavad Gita also, Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, 10.10 and 10.11. These both are reciprocation. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. And the next verse says, what is it?
Tesham aham samadhanam
Tesham evanukam partham aham ajnanacham.
aham ajnanajam nashyami atma bhavastu jnanadipena bhavata.
Yeah, Krishna is saying that I will, to show them special mercy, I will give them. So all good qualities will come when we become an unalloyed devotee of Krishna. So, yasyasti bhaktir bhagvatya kinchana sarver gunais tatra samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahad guna manorathena sati dhavato bahi. So when we become a devotee of Krishna, our heart becomes clean and then all good qualities will manifest. So that is the proof. Right? Prabhupada says this is how we can judge our advancement in Krishna consciousness, by how we are developing all these good qualities. And of course, the devotee doesn't feel that he has all the good qualities, but we can introspect and we can say, okay, how am I feeling? Am I feeling envious to others? Am I feeling lusty? Am I feeling greedy? Am I feeling angry? All these things. Am I having big false ego? And so we can know also. It's not like we can't know. Just like when we eat food, we can feel ourselves. Yes, now I am satisfied. In the same way, when there are anarthas going away from the heart, then you know, yeah, these anarthas, I am not having these anarthas. So I'm making, this is working, spiritual life, this Krishna consciousness is working because I'm becoming free from anarthas. So if you are doing it properly, under guidance, then it has to work. It is a science, Prabhupada said. It will work. And Krishna, of course, Krishna, it is not like any formula, but that we do this, then this will happen. It's not like a vending machine. You put $1 and you should get your soda back. Krishna consciousness is not like that kind of thing. It is the attitude also in which you practice. That is, it's not just externals. Oh, I finished my 16 rounds, now I'm good. No. But in what attitude? And so that's very important. We say garbage in, garbage out, right? So in what attitude we approach Krishna, that's the most important. And that determines the advancement. It is not just about going through the motions, they say. Of course, Vedi sadhana bhakti means we don't have taste, but we still do it. But we are also trying in our internal consciousness. Yes, we are trying to be purified. We are trying to become a devotee of Krishna. So that's very important. Intelligently, he then thinks every one of us is an eternal servant of God. Therefore, we are not different from one another. Did we read this? We are not different from one another. 1 minute.
No, we didn't read this.
We don't read this. Okay. When Prahlad Maharaj's teachers and demonic father asked him how his intelligence had been polluted, Prahlad Maharaj said, as far as I am concerned, my intelligence has not been polluted. Rather, by the grace of my spiritual master and by the grace of my Lord, Krishna, I have now learned that no one is my enemy and no one is my friend. So their intelligence was polluted. Those who were asking Prahlad, how has your intelligence been polluted? Hiranyakashipu and the teachers, their intelligence was polluted, but they were thinking Prahlad's intelligence is polluted. So how much they have been brainwashed to think what they are thinking is right. The demons are in that situation where they think that everybody who doesn't think according to me is polluted. Actually, they are polluted because they are against Vishnu, but they are thinking Prahlad is polluted. So Prahlad is saying, no, no, it's not. My intelligence has not been polluted. No one is my enemy and no one is my friend. We are all actually eternal servants of Krishna. But under the influence of external energy, we think that we are separately situated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead as friends and enemies of one another. Yeah. In our pure state, we are all lovers of Krishna. But because of all this Maya, the desire to dominate and the desire for sense gratification, everything is spoiled. Right? That whole unity is lost because everybody wants to be in the center. That's why there is so much fighting and all these things. This mistaken idea has now been corrected. And therefore, unlike ordinary human beings, I no longer think that I am God and that others are my friends and enemies. Now I am rightly thinking that everyone is an eternal servant of God and that our duty is to serve the Supreme Master. For then we shall stand on the platform of oneness as servants. So the way I think others also like that. The way I think of myself, I think of others in the same way. So if I think I am servant of Krishna, I am spirit soul, then I will see others. If I think I am the body, then I will also be in the bodily. I'll see others as their body also. Atmavan manyate jagat, they say. You see according to your own consciousness. So Prahlad is not seeing like that, friends and enemies, and he sees everybody as spirit souls, part and parcel of Krishna. So, so the way pure devotee sees and the way a materialistic person sees is all different. That's why Krishna says, Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagriti Samyami. Then, Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagriti Samyami. Sa Nisha.
यस्यां जागृति भूतानि यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सन्निशा पाषितमनि.
So everything like the devotee sees and the materialistic person sees, it's all different because the consciousness is completely different. So Prabhupada was, when he was in Jaladuta, he said, oh, these people are suffering here in the modes of passion and ignorance. How will I be able to deliver them? So he's saying that people are suffering. And the other people, they are thinking, oh, no, no, they are enjoying sense gratification. They are getting so much happiness. Yeah, they are enjoying life. So, but Prabhupada was thinking, yeah, they are suffering in the modes of passion and ignorance. When he saw somebody playing golf in his old age without any self-realization, he had tears in his eyes. So how they are suffering in the cycle of birth and death, and still now, even in the old age, they are not interested in spiritual life. And but the person who is playing golf is enjoying. Is thinking it's so wonderful, it's so wonderful. This is Maya. Yeah. What is miserable, actually, we feel it is very enjoyable. And we don't see, like, it's like the goats eating on the grass before they are slaughtered, right? They're enjoying. Oh, it's grass, I'm getting nice grass, I'm eating. It's very wonderful. But the person who is the owner, right, of that shop, he knows these poor goats are going to be slaughtered. So in a few days, he's just feeding them to make them fat so they can get more meat, whatever. So it's like that. So everybody is in illusion in this. This is the kingdom of Maya. And the illusion starts with the bodily conception of life. Janasya mohayam aham mameti. And it all starts when by the attraction between male and female. Pumsa striya mithuni bhavametam. Tayor mitho hriday granthi mahu. Ato griha kshetra sutta apta vittir. Janasya mohayam aham mameti. This is the basic principle of material existence. So we have to pray to Krishna. Krishna, please free me. Please free me from all this. We know now, theoretically. So we have to pray to Krishna. Krishna, please free me from all these lusty desires, which are just the root cause of my transmigration and suffering in this material existence. So please free me. Like that. That's the prayer is there. Kama dinam katina katita palita durdidesha tesham jatamai nakarunamita pano pashanti utsrijye thanatha yadupate sampratam labda buddhis tomayata sharanam abhayam mam niyukshvatma dasye. Saying that, oh, I've been serving these bad masters for such a long time. My lust, my anger, my greed, and I'm not satisfied and they are not satisfied. They are still demanding more and more. But now my senses have been awakened. Oh Krishna, I have come to you. Please engage me in your service and save me. I don't want to serve these bad masters. So which only give me all suffering in this material. So to see that, right, to see that how I'm transmigrating because of all my material desires, and I'm going through birth, death, old age, disease, and now is the time to make a solution. That means, yeah, that's Krishna's mercy, if you see like that. So, okay, so demons think of everyone as a friend or enemy. But Vaishnavas say that since everyone is a servant of the Lord, everyone is on the same platform. Therefore, a Vaishnava treats other living entities neither as friends nor as enemies, but instead tries to spread Krishna consciousness, teaching everyone that we are all one as servants of the Supreme Lord, but are uselessly wasting our valuable lives by creating nations, communities, and other groups of friends and enemies. So he tells himself also all these things. We have to tell our mind also that I'm simply wasting my time by creating all these communities, group of friends and enemies. And then we tell others also. So we have to tell ourselves first and then we tell others. Mana Shiksha, right? We have to tell our mind constantly the right thing, the right instructions. It's like you are speaking in your mind. You're instructing the mind, right? So the more we instruct the mind, the more the mind will obey, right? I mean, if we stop instructing the mind, then the mind will instruct us. So that's very, so we have to constantly instruct the mind with good spiritual advice and avoiding doing the wrong things. So we have to constantly instruct the mind. Otherwise, the mind will start instructing and will get carried away by the mind. Everyone should come to the platform of Krishna consciousness and thus feel oneness as a servant of the Lord. Although there are 8,400,000 species of life, Vaishnava feels this oneness. Yeah, he feels he feels like empathy for all the living entities because they are just like me. They are spirit souls. So he has compassion for. The Ishopanishad advises ekatvam anupashyata. A devotee, so that way a devotee is very sensitive because he can feel that life that is in me is there in every living entity. So yeah, sometimes they cry also. Right? Prabhupada was crying when he saw the beggar children competing with the dogs for food. So very soft hearted. Devotee feels for the suffering of others. But he knows the root cause of suffering is because we have turned away from Krishna and come to this place, which is a place of suffering. But by illusion, we are thinking it's a place of enjoyment. So Prabhupada was asked, what is the qualification to go back to Godhead? He said the qualification to go back to Godhead is first you have to realize that this material world is a miserable place. So you will stop all your desires for enjoyment. And because of that, you will not be distracted, then you will focus on Krishna. Yeah, when we give up hope that there is no enjoyment in this material world, in this materialistic way of living, there is no enjoyment. When we are convinced like that, then we can give up all the distractions. And we can, like you lost hope, right? Sometimes, people get married 2 times, 3 times, and it doesn't work. 4 times, it doesn't work. Then you say, okay, I'm done with it. I lost hope, right? Something like that. So when you lose hope, because you've been beaten up so many times by this material nature, then you say, okay, I'm done. Krishna, now I've come to you. I surrender to you. I don't want this. Done with this. So that's very good. That's how we can. So Krishna arranges like that, right? We say, Yasyaham anugrinami harishya taddanam shanai. Tato adhanam tijanti yasya swajana dukkha dukkhitam. Krishna arranges situations in the life of a devotee to give him some misery so that he can come closer to him. He can realize that this is not his home. He is just here temporarily. So the Ishopnishad advises Ekatvam Anupashyata. A devotee should see the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be situated in everyone's heart. Ekatvam means to see oneness in, and should also see every living entity as an eternal servant of the Lord. This vision is called Ekatvam, oneness. Although there is a relationship of master and servant, both master and servant are one because of their spiritual identity. This is also Ekatvam. Yeah, because we both are Satchidananda Vigraha, like Krishna. So we are one in that sense, quality. Thus the conception of Ekatvam for the Vaishnava is different from that of the Mayavadi. Okay, it's a big purport. Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad Maharaj how he had become antagonistic to his family. When a family member is killed by an enemy, all the members of the family would naturally be inimical to the murderer. But Hiranyakashipu saw that Prahlad had become friendly with the murderer. Yeah, his uncle had been killed by Varahadev. Prahlad should have been inimical, right? Because his uncle had been killed by the Supreme Lord. But here he has become friends with Vishnu, like that. Prahlad Hiranyakashipu is thinking. Therefore he asked, who has created this kind of intelligence in you? Have you developed this consciousness by yourself? Since you are a small boy, someone must have induced you to think in this way. Yeah. So how did you become how did you become a friend of our enemy? Who has made you like this? Prahlad Maharaj wanted to reply that an attitude favorable towards Vishnu can develop only when the Lord is favorable. Sa yada anuvrata. Yeah. So we can only become a devotee if the Lord is favorable to us. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is the friend of everyone. Suridam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shantim richati. The Lord is never an enemy to any of the millions of living entities, but is always a friend to everyone. This is true understanding. If one thinks that the Lord is an enemy, his intelligence is pashu buddhi, means animal intelligence. If he thinks Lord is my enemy, the intelligence of an animal. He falsely thinks I am different from my enemy and my enemy is different from me. The enemy has done this and therefore my duty is to kill him. So I want to take revenge. This misconception is described in the verse as Bheda Katasati. The actual fact is that everyone is a servant of the Lord, as confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jivere Swarup Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. As servants of the Lord, we are one, and there can be no question of enmity or friendship. If one actually understands that every one of us is a servant of the Lord, where is the question of enemy or friend? Like in a company, right? All the employees, they work in unison, right? They work together to further, they feel like a oneness, kind of, right? Because they are all working for the interest of the same company. So there is some friendship like that there. Yeah, so similarly, if we are all working as servants of Krishna, then we should feel that oneness. We are all servants of Krishna. We are trying to serve the same master. Like in a company, we are trying to further the interest of the company. Similarly, as devotees, we are serving the same master, Krishna. So we are in Krishna's company. So Krishna is our employer and we are servants. So, so that is the real company we need to work for. There is no better master to serve than Krishna. So, so that's why they say if you don't serve Krishna, then you have to serve Maya. So everyone should be friendly. So this is nice. Everyone should be friendly for the service of the Lord. Everyone should praise another service to the Lord and not be proud of his own service. So if you have a child and somebody gives a candy to your child, somebody gives some nice clothes to your child as a gift, somebody gives a box of candy to your child, somebody, yeah, like that, different things they give to the child, you appreciate everybody, right? Because they are all uh, doing something for your child whom you love. So similarly, when devotee loves Krishna, then somebody serves in this way, somebody serves in that way, somebody serves in that way. Everything is very good because they are all serving Krishna. So that is very nice. So somebody may be doing some temple service, somebody may be going out and distributing books, somebody may be doing, yeah, whatever other service, making garlands, somebody may be hearing about Krishna. So it's all service. Everything is. So everyone should praise another service to the Lord and not be proud of his own service. So we should not think that I am doing this service, so everybody should do the service that I am doing. No, everybody has different inclinations and they can serve Krishna in there is variety. Krishna also likes variety. So if everybody were serving one way, in spiritual world also somebody brings a garland for Krishna, somebody brings betel nut for Krishna, different gopis. Some gopis will sing for Krishna like that. So different services they do for Krishna to please him. This is the way of Vaishnava thinking, Vaikunta thinking. There may be rivalries and apparent competition between servants in performing service. But in Vaikunta planet, the service of another servant is appreciated, not condemned. This is Vaikunta competition. There is no question of enmity between servants. Everyone should be allowed to render service to the Lord to the best of his ability. And everyone should appreciate the service of others. Such are the activities of Vaikunta. The gopis don't think, oh, our service is the best and we are the topmost devotees. The others they are serving. Actually, Radharani praises Govardhan. Oh, you are the best devotee. Antaya madrira bala haridasa varyo yada rama krishna charana sparasha pramodaha manam tanoti sahago gano yastayoryat pani yasuya vasa kandara kandamulai. He says, yeah, oh, this is Haridas Varya is the best. Actually, she is the best devotee. Because nobody can excel Radharani. But she's saying, no, look at Govardhan, how he's serving. So this is the Vaikuntha way of thinking. They are not proud that, yeah, we are on the top of the ladder, we are the best. Since everyone is a servant, everyone is on the same platform and is allowed to serve the Lord according to his ability. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 15:15, Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto mata smritirjnanam apohanam cha. The Lord is situated in everyone's heart, giving dictation according to the attitude of the servant. However, the Lord gives different dictation to non-devotees and devotees. So for devotees, because they are interested in Krishna, he brings them closer to him. For the non-devotees, they don't want to. So Krishna makes them forget. He says, I give forgetfulness also. Right? So that's what Prabhupada is saying. The non-devotees challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord, and therefore the Lord dictates in such a way that the non-devotees forget the Lord's service. So he's reciprocating based on your desire. You can't hold Krishna responsible for it. He's based on your desire, Krishna is reciprocating. You want this, okay. You want to forget Krishna, okay. Krishna says, I give you forgetfulness. And for devotees also he gives forgetfulness, in the sense he makes them forget all material enjoyment, like all the, and they only remember Krishna, right? Sometimes some devotees, they suffer from some memory loss and everything, and they will forget everything else except the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? So that is how it is. Some devotees were saying like that. So that remembrance. So actually we want to forget this material world and all this. It's a very bad experience in this material world, the cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. We want to forget this and think of the spiritual world. Go back to spiritual world. The problem is that although it is miserable, we are very attached to it. It's like drinking hot sugarcane juice, right? It is burning your tongue, but there is some sweetness you're getting, so you can't give it up. So this is what it is. We are attached to a very miserable situation. We won't want to give it up. Although it's miserable and we have to struggle through birth, death, old age, disease. But we are not completely fed up with this. So that is the problem. That is called Maya. Maya means, yeah, Maya, sometimes somebody is kidnapped and the person who got kidnapped after some time becomes very favorable to the person who has kidnapped them. So we have been kidnapped by Maya or consciousness. But because we are living with Maya for so many lifetimes, we have become like friends with Maya. We think, Maya is our well-wisher. Yeah, she's our well-wisher in the sense that she's pushing us towards, she's going to give us trouble, and then she's going to push us towards Krishna. So we forget all this. In that Maya gives us trouble to remind us. So life after life and are punished by the laws of nature. Non-devotees forget the Lord's service, life after life, and are punished by the laws of nature. That is birth, death, old age. This is a punishment. We don't see like that. We think it is natural. No, no, this is punishment for forgetting the Lord. We are in the cycle of birth and death, and between birth and death, there is so many anxieties and so much struggle. So this is all a punishment for the jiva, so that he can come back. But when a devotee very sincerely wants to render service to the Lord dictates in a different way. As the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 10:10, Tesham satada yuktanam bhajatam pridipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upyanti te. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Everyone is actually a servant, not an enemy or friend, and everyone is working under different directions from the Lord, who directs each living entity according to his mentality. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshwar tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudani maya. Krishna is saying that I am directing the wanderings of all living entities. According to what they desire, I am giving them different bodies, yantra, the machines by which they can fulfill the desires. I am ordering Maya, okay, as Prabhupada would say, give this rascal this body. He wants to enjoy like this. Give this rascal this kind of body. Prabhupada would say, I'm not I. He would say like that. Okay, so he wants to enjoy like always be in water, right? He wants to surf. Okay, give him the body of a dolphin. That is more suited. Why does he have to? Because otherwise you have to wait for the wave to come and then you have to take your surfing board and do all this. If you're in the water as a dolphin, you can keep going up and down like that whenever you have a body which is more suited. So that is how Krishna is fulfilling. So different desires for enjoyment and different bodies we get in this. So human form of life we have got is because maybe there was some desire for self-realization. That's why we got the human body. Of course, now we say there are so many people who have human bodies, but they are not interested in self-realization. So that can be like a chance Krishna has given them. They have evolved slowly from the animal species up, But if you practice Krishna consciousness, the next life, human life is guaranteed. Right? You get human life, next life. So we may have become human beings because we got some desire for self-realization in the last life, but we didn't make it. We didn't make it back home, back to Godhead. So we got another chance in this life. And we are here again in this human form. So this life, they say we have to finish the business, right? Prabhupada was saying in Bhagavad Gita, if one is 50 years ahead of life, if one is 50 years ahead of him in life, means he's going to live another 50 years. He should cultivate that brief span of life in self-realization and going back to Godhead by purifying his consciousness. So we don't have 50 years left. I mean, for me, if I add 50 years to my life. So we have only few years left. And that short span of life, we should use it for, like they say, offer one life to Krishna. But so much of our life is already gone, right? So at least whatever is remaining, let us offer that to Krishna. So of course you all have offered so much to Krishna. I'm not saying we're all devotees, but this is how we can motivate ourselves. And remember all the nice statements Prabhupada's in his books. He has given so many nice. Like the another statement is, this material world, existence is a patchwork of activities. He says, what is that? This material world.
Patchwork of activities to cover the perpetual miseries of birth and death.
Yeah, material existence. Yeah. So it is a patchwork. We are doing some patchwork to forget the problems, real problems, birth, death, old age, disease. We are doing some patchwork solution here. They are trying to enjoy this. We have put aside the main problems of life, and we are busy in some very small things to solve some relationship problems and all these things. We are very busy in that. But main problems of life we have forgotten. So Prabhupada says like that. Maya has distracted us so that we are not concerned about the main problems. But this is the main thing we have to deal with, right? Sometimes say this is the elephant in the room. In English we say, this is the elephant in the room. If you don't deal with the elephant in the room and you deal with small mice and things like that, first deal with the big problems. So then all the small problems will automatically be solved. Because you get out of this material world, then you don't have any financial problem, you don't have relationship problem, you don't have legal problems, no problem like that. All the problem is because of this. You are turned away from Krishna. So, and we are trying to solve all small problems, right? That's why we say we are the blacksmith, not the goldsmith. With one shot, by one stroke of surrender to Krishna, finished. All problems finished. Prabhupada would say like that. Now you have blood pressure, so you take this medicine. Now you have kidney failure, so now you do this. Now you have heart failure, now you do this. Every small things. No, just surrender to Krishna, finish, go back home, back to Godhead. All this cancer and all this, no problem anymore, right? Otherwise, you have specialists for every disease, and you have to go to that specialist for solving that disease, right? For finding cure for that disease. But if you go back to Krishna, no more material body, nothing, finished. Life over. So that is how Prabhupada would preach. Okay.
Another statement that I like is, sense gratification, advancement, and spiritual realization go ill together. You cannot have both.
Yeah.
You choose one. Other ones I posted in the chat. One may be put in any condition, but God gives him the prerogative to chant Hare Krishna. In any condition of life, if one goes on chanting, he will never be unhappy. And this one should try to understand the distress of accepting birth, death, old age, and disease. These are there are descriptions mentioned in the Vedic literature in Srimad Bhagavatam, the world of the unborn, the child stay in the womb of the mother and its suffering, etc., are all very graphically described. It should be thoroughly understood that birth is distressful. Because we forget how much distress we have suffered in the womb of the mother, we do not make any solution to the repetition of birth and death. Similarly, at the time of death, there are all kinds of sufferings, and they are also mentioned in the authoritative scriptures. These should be discussed. And as far as disease and old age are concerned, everyone gets practical experience. No one wants to be diseased, no one wants to be old, but there is no avoiding this. Unless we have a pessimistic view of this material life, considering the distresses of birth, death, old age, and disease, there is no impetus for our making advancement in spiritual life.
Very nice. Yeah. So our acharyas, yeah, they're like Prabhupada is the Mahabhagavat, great devotee. He's speaking through his books to us to to correct our consciousness. Yeah, there is another statement. Then you have the entire universe. Oh, you have the
The
entire
entire universe is full of miseries, and therefore the inhabitants of this material universe are always shedding tears out of intense grief. There's a great ocean of water made from such tears, but for one who surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ocean of tears is at once dried up. One need only see the charming smile of the Supreme Lord. In other words, the bereavement of material existence immediately subsides when one sees a charming smile.
yeah. There's another nice statement. There may be some feeling of happiness in sense gratification, but that feeling of happiness is the ultimate enemy of the sense enjoyer. Right? So whenever we are doing any kind of sense gratification, we should, if we remember this, then we immediately will stop. Okay, no more, right? Because this is my ultimate enemy. This sense gratification, I may be getting some happiness, but so because we don't remember this, so we continue on. But as soon as you remember, and if you really, and Krishna will remind all this in the heart also. So this is my ultimate enemy. It's the enemy of the sense enjoyer. It is going to create deep impressions and in my psyche for all these material pleasures, and I'll come back with another material body to enjoy all these pleasures. So this is how it is. It's called vasna. Vasna means all these tendencies, deep-rooted tendencies for material enjoyment, and that is the fuel that propels the rocket of transmigration. Right? That's the fuel. The rocket has to have some fuel. So how are we going from next one body to the next? It is all because of all these material desires. We are going from one life to the next, one life to the next. It's the fuel. Okay. So
And this small one I posted.
yeah.
The whole materialistic advancement of human civilization is like the decoration of a dead body. Everyone is a dead body flapping only for a few days, and yet all energy of human life is being wasted in the decoration of this dead body.
Yeah.
Yes, thinking so much of in giving enjoyment to this body, which will leave us one day and will be turned to ashes, stool, and worms. But incurring karma by engaging in sense gratification, we get distress and life after life.
Yeah, we are flapping only for a few seconds. Why few seconds? Because in eternity, what is our life of 70, 80 years? It's just like a flash. So it is saying it's few seconds only. You're flapping. You're moving here, there, like a lizard's tail is cut. It will move for some time before it finally comes to, you know, a still, a standstill. So like that, we are flapping around. We are doing, I have to do this. And then the body becomes inert. It doesn't move when you die. Its body was going here, there, so many things we used to this body. And then one day the body becomes. So the Bhagavatam says, yeah, labdva sudurlabam idam bahu sambhavante manushya marthadama nityamapi hatira turnam yateta napate danu mrityu yavan nihashre yashaya vishaya khalu sarvatasyat. So he says, after many births and deaths, one gets this rare opportunity of human form of life. So one should very quickly endeavor for the perfection of human life until his body, which has
Check to
not
that.
subject to death, has not fallen down and died. So they say one day we are vertical, one day will be horizontal. Okay, we will die horizontal. So yeah, our body is going to fall down. Everybody is going to die in this material existence. So before death comes, let us become fully Krishna conscious. So that is how we should live our life, because death is coming for everybody. It's today, tomorrow, day after. It's just a matter of time. So let us become fully Krishna conscious, and let me do all my and I should do it very quickly, Turnam, because I don't know when it will come. So whether it's tomorrow or day after tomorrow, so I should do very. It's like an urgent situation. Like you have this ambulances, we call 911. The ambulance comes. It's an urgency, right? All the traffic stops, and it lets the ambulance go through because somebody is dying, right? It may be mean life or death for that person. So, so it's a 911 kind of emergency. We should think, yes, it's very, very. I cannot be complacent. If I'm complacent, the patient will die, right, or something like that. I mean, I will die. So, so we have to take it very urgently and very seriously. Then we can make progress. Like if we have an exam, right? We have exam, then we study. As it comes nearer, we become more serious, right? If you have not studied before, then we become more serious and we want to, or even if you have studied before, now we start revising because we don't want to forget all that we have studied and we want to appear. So we have to take it urgently. And Maya makes us complacent. So it makes us procrastinate. There's a nice lecture, I think Radhanath Swami says, how Maya makes you procrastinate. Let's hear that little bit and then we'll see the Mahaprakash Leela. So procrastinating means, oh, later on I'll do it, later on, later on. I think it was in Dandavats, the lecture was there. So
Urgency, I think, is something related.
and there was procrastination. Yeah, that was there. So don't wait. काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब. पल में प्रलय होगी, बहुरी करोगे कब. Right? They say like that. So don't wait tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do it. Right? So chant today. Remember Krishna today. And not today, now. I don't know where it is, but the other was.
I got it, I think.
Hmm?
Mm, Let me see. Let me see if this is the one.
Yeah, there's urgency, yes. So maybe we can read this. So he says, Srila Prabhupada stressed the urgency to surrender to Krishna. It's from Radhanath Swami. Every line of his books, every sentence of his tapes, you would hear him urgently, just pleading with you and me to take Krishna consciousness seriously. Death, tragedy can come at any moment. And the greatest tragedy is that our faith is stolen away by Maya and her various representatives, which can come in many forms. So Maya exactly knows your weakness, and that's where it's going to strike. We may be very strong in 10 aspects, but there's one weak aspect we have. That's where Maya attacks. Because that's where they get you, right? Enemy's most vulnerable place is where somebody who's going to attack will attack there, right, at that point. Like we say, a chain is as strong as its weakest link. Because that's where, if there is many links in the chain which are strong, but there is a weak link, that is where the chain is likely to break. So that's where, so when you pull, that's where it will break. So, so Maya and various represent can come in many forms. It can come in different ways, and if we are not alert, then we will not be able to perceive that this is another way Maya has come in my life. There is no comfortable position when we are secure in material existence. We are like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. Our life is compared to that. Our position in society, our health, our family members, our friends, everything in this world that exists is like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. It is going to fall and we don't know when. It often happens at the least expected moment. And also, we can fall down at any time. That way, also, we may be very strongly going in Krishna consciousness and we can deviate it. Just my so that's why
I
one has
mean,
to.
whenever a wrong thought happens in our mind, that is our fall down. If you forget Krishna for a moment, that is fall down already. I mean, what else fall down are we talking about?
Yeah. Then that can translate into action also, right? That is also there. Because,
But we should think that I'm already fallen.
yeah.
If bad thoughts are coming to me, not related to Krishna consciousness, that is a fall down.
So there is two things I was thinking this morning about this. Controlling the mind means controlling our desires. So you don't let the desire come at all because the desires are just popping up. So you don't, Prabhupada writes in one purport, the mind is not allowed to think. You don't take your mind towards that direction. Just don't came through and the thought came through. Okay, don't act on it. Don't think that it is your thought. So either way, Krishna is saying, Apuryamana machalam pratishtam samudra mapa pravashanti yadvat tadvat kama yam pravashanti sarve sashanti mapnoti na kama kami. He says, yes, the desires, if you sometimes desires just like you're sitting, you don't have anything, and suddenly the desire, the urges come because of past conditioning or whatever. And don't take it seriously. Just let it pass. So don't identify with that thought. So there is two ways, right? Yeah, one is best is to just always remember Krishna and let not any other thought. Sometimes we are remembering Krishna, then also the other thoughts come. Right? We are chanting, we are trying to focus on Hare Krishna mantra, and so many other thoughts may come. But don't take it seriously. Let it go away. Don't dwell on it. Dhyayato vishayan pumsam sangasti subhajayate. So that is another way. If it doesn't come, that's the best thing. If you can just not allow it, not allow the mind to think of anything. So that's the best. And if it comes, anyway, then ignore it. So we are like a drop of water on lotus leaf. Our life is compared to that. Our position in society, our health, our family members, our friends, everything in this world that exists is like a drop of water on lotus leaf. Because everything, as soon as the soul leaves the body, everything is lost. And the soul can live where very fragile, as UPS says, very fragile. So our life is very fragile. You can slip from the stairs, hit your head against the wall, and you can be in coma. Right? There are people like that. We had our realtor before who got us the land, and then she has passed away. So I asked somebody how. So she said she fell from a flight of stairs and she hit her head against the wall, and suddenly she left her body. So it is like that. Very somebody falls in the bathroom and like that. It's very, or you go out, accident happens. So it's like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. It can separate the soul even little bit. Somebody comes and shoots us. How much time it takes? Just one or two shots and done. It is going to
Yeah.
fall. Huh?
It's like Gajendra.
Yeah,
Suddenly that
suddenly,
crocodile attack. So for us, it can happen suddenly something.
suddenly it can happen.
Stroke also. I heard some devotee got a stroke in the ISKCON DC temple
Uh-huh.
because of, I mean, prasadam in the temple is, anyway, some Governor Raj Prabhu was saying that if you're eating a lot of carbohydrates, that's what will happen.
Yeah, and it doesn't, I mean, sometimes you may do all the things and you may still get a stroke. People who are very thin but they have high cholesterol. Like, you may think, how they have like this? Sometimes it happens. So it's just also our past karma is there. But yeah, of course, we want to live healthy life. So things like can happen anytime. And it's all like yesterday, I think Vaishali posted something in our Columbus group. Somebody is in very difficult situation, some devotee. So Anybody can be in that situation, and we should think that it is also going to happen to us someday. It is so now. Some people say, "Well, are you going to be paranoid and not enjoy life? That okay, something bad is going to happen." No, it is to inspire us to take up spiritual life. That's what it is. It is not that we become paranoid. No, it is so that we take shelter of Krishna very strongly and avoid all the things that are unfavorable for devotional service. So it is to spur us on, right? So that we move ahead on, because we are rooted to this material world by our attachments and our desires. So although we want to move forward, we are chained to this material world. So it becomes difficult. So that is why, we have to make a great effort. I was reading this. Let me share. Keshav Maharaj's stories. It's nice stories. We can read sometime. So,
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can I say something?
yeah.
So, a couple of thoughts. One was the high carb that Mataji mentioned. There is a book, and then there was a Netflix series on blue zones, which are the places. There were 5 places that the documentary was made about.
Sorry, your voice is breaking for me. I don't know for others, but
Same here, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
hear
becoming
properly.
very low and then little high. Yeah, little.
can you maybe speak a little bit more into the mic or wherever? I don't know.
Should I speak, or maybe I can speak
No,
later?
you can speak. You can hear. I mean, that's good.
It's just that I'm driving and it's raining.
We'll hear something at least. Go ahead.
I was saying about the blue zones, which are
Blue
the
zone.
places where centenarians live, people who have crossed the age of 100. And it's not one person, it's more than one people, more than one person in that area. So there are certain blue zones in the world. And there, if you looked at their characteristics, they did a common study to research what is making them live more than 100 years. We can go into details, or you could look it up, but they actually had a diet rich in carbs. They were not low carb people. But one common thing was that they were vegetarians. They were not meat eaters. And the other common thing was their lifestyle by default incorporated activity more than usual. Meaning some people, let's say in Japan, there was a zone and people tend to sit on the floor. They don't really have couches and furnitures like that. They eat on a low table. They sit, they get up, they sit, they get up. So by default, they're exerting more. And there was a place maybe in Italy which is built on a, the upslope. So people by default are walking up and down, up and down, up and down the town the whole day for their errands. And that just makes it a high activity, low activity, but round the clock activity. It wasn't like you go to the gym, you work out X number of minutes and then you're done. It's their lifestyle was such. And there were other factors too. There was one place in US, there was only one single place in US, that was Loma Linda in California, where it's a Christian community, but again, based on some, faith, they were all vegetarians. So the notion that carb is bad and protein is good is not necessarily true. There are other things that have to be adapted in the lifestyle that also affect the longevity of life. And the second point I wanted to bring was the fact that you said, you don't have to be pessimistic. You just have to be drawn to Krishna, and that's why we talk about it. I think one thing that helped me personally is when you're reading Bhagavatam, in the beginning, you understand the creation, the cosmic, setting, how universes are there and what is your position in that whole cosmic situation, all the lokas above, all the lokas below. And then if you go out of the material realm, in the spiritual realm, all the Vankutas and, the Vrindavan. So I feel like in the beginning, they say you are the dot in a whole paper sheet or a map, you may be a dot. But I think when you read Bhagavatam, you realize you may not even be that dot. You may be nobody. That's your actual real position in the world. So if you are nobody, your problems can certainly not be bigger than that.
Yes.
So it was just sort of an eye opener that this is who you are.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very motivating for me personally, again, to reconnect to Bhagwan, that, you're dealing with extremely high power, somebody you don't even understand, and that is your father.
Yeah, they say more
Thank
you
you.
realize Krishna's greatness, the more you'll know your insignificance. But yeah, like this material world, Prabhupada also told this to one devotee, Tamal Krishna Maharaj. He said, yeah, there are so many universes, and there are so many universes. There is one universe. In that universe, there are so many planets. In those planets, there is one planet called Earth. In that Earth, there are so many continents. In those continents, there are so many countries, and in in so many countries, there are so many. One country is called North America, and in that country, North America, there are so many, you can say, states. In so many states, there are so many cities, and in so many cities, there are so many lanes, like uh, roads. And in one lane, you are situated, and you are thinking you are the center of the universe, like that, he said. So here we are thinking like that. But yes, so although yes, Krishna, for Krishna, every jiva is significant also, because he loves every little soul. We are all souls for Krishna. From our point of view, yeah, we don't think that this life is too significant and too much like, uh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Then we'll become less focused on the goal of life, and then our life is, yes, our life is significant, but when we are focused on the actual thing we are supposed to do in this human life, then it becomes then. Otherwise, we may think other things are very significant. Everything is very significant, and self-realization is completely insignificant, right? So we may give more priority to so many other things in this life, and Krishna consciousness may just take a back seat. Okay, so this is nice. This is a nice different stories from Prabhupada. That this document I can share. So this is also, I mean, it's from Bhagavad Gita, but sparrow and the eggs, we know the story. So at the end, Prabhupada says, the sparrow who lost her eggs to the waves of the ocean, but the big ocean carried away the eggs on its waves. The sparrow became very upset and asked the ocean to return her eggs. The ocean did not consider her appeal, so the sparrow decided to dry up the ocean like that. And Garuda came. Everyone laughed at her seemingly impossible determination. Yeah, this is not possible. So sometimes our determination may be very minuscule, or we can say our determination against the mighty Maya of the Lord is very insignificant. But if we are strong in our determination, then the Lord's help will come. That is what this story is saying. Even though it is not possible by our own determination, but because we are determined, then Krishna's help will come. We are trying very hard on our, like this sparrow was trying on her side very, very hard to dry up the ocean, which is impossible. In millions of trillions of years, she cannot dry the ocean. But the news of her activity spread, and at last Garuda, the gigantic bird of carrier of Lord Vishnu, heard it. He became compassionate towards the small sister bird, so he came to see the sparrow. Garuda was very pleased by the determination of the small sparrow and promised to help. Thus Garuda at once asked the ocean to return her eggs, lest he himself take up the work of the sparrow. So sometimes determination, even we are not successful, like she may have taken out so many drops, but she was not giving up. The sparrow was not giving up because the eggs were so dear. Similarly, even if we are unsuccessful, we we try harder and harder. So, and then Krishna's mercy will come. The ocean was frightened at this, and of course, we have to do it with intelligence. Prabhupada writes a nice statement in Nectar of Instruction. Enthusiasm is endeavor executed with intelligence. So we have to also use intelligence, not just endeavor, but we learn also and endeavor executed with intelligence. And if we don't have intelligence or we are bewildered, then we can ask others who have intelligence, and in this way take guidance. The ocean was frightened at this and returned the eggs. Thus the sparrow regained her happiness by the grace of Garuda. Similarly, this is nice, the practice of yoga, especially bhakti yoga and Krishna consciousness, may appear to be a very difficult job. But if anyone follows the principles with great determination, the Lord will surely help. For God helps those who help themselves. So, like I think Radhika read about this advancement in Krishna consciousness and easygoing life go ill together. Right? So, okay. So, we will read the Mahaprakash Leela and we have to find where it is. So, let me see.
Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Khand chapter 8 and 9.
Chapter. Okay, thank you. That saves a lot of time. Figure out where it is. So Madhya Khanda. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day is coming up on what day is it? Tuesday. Coming Tuesday. So if you want to take some vows to chant, increase your commitment to chanting the holy name, then please let me know. We'll prepare a nice certificate in honor of your commitment. We'll give you that, and you will also take it more seriously because now you're committing so that to chant certain number of rounds before the deities, before the Vaishnavas, before Srila Prabhupada. So you'll take it more seriously. So it's just to create an impression on the mind and also to inspire others to take up the chanting seriously. So anyway, so Madhya Khanda, chapter 8. So let me say chapter 8. What happened in chapter 8? Okay. The manifestation of opulences. So we'll just read the verses. All glories to Sri Gaurasundar, the life and soul of all. So what is this Mahaprakash Leela? Just for some people who may not know. Lord Chaitanya would never proclaim himself as God. I mean, he would never say, I'm God. And when somebody said that you are God, he would not like it. He would say no. Why he did like that? Because he knew in Kali Yuga many people will come and they will say, I'm God. So he said an ordinary person cannot be accepted as God like that. So he was saying, no, I am not. He was God actually, but he also came in the role of a devotee. So he didn't want to like broadcast himself as God, like how Krishna did. Krishna is saying, I am God, right, in Bhagavad Gita. But because the devotees were very unhappy, the Lord was not, reciprocating him with them as God. So then to please the devotees for 21 hours, Lord Chaitanya exhibited this pastime of Mahaprakash Leela. It's called Mahaprakash, the great light. I mean, literally, it means like that, Mahaprakash, where for 21 hours he was in the mood of God and he did many things, right? And he was ready to give all benedictions to everybody, all his devotees, whatever they wanted. So, and he revealed to them certain things that happened in their life which they were not aware of, how God had protected them, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had personally protected them. So they were not aware. So he revealed to them certain incidents, and the devotees became overwhelmed. Oh, the Lord loves us so much that he personally came to protect. And this way, the Lord also increased the affection of his devotees for him. Like when you know somebody has done so much for you, right? Already they were pure devotees, but even like the Lord telling them something about how he protected, increased their affection even more. So, and this also shows how the Lord is concerned about the devotees, the well-being and things like that. So all glories to Shri Gaur Sundar, the life and soul of all. All glories to the abode of Nityananda and Advaita's love. Okay, these are some glorifications. We'll go to the. In this way, Sri Gauranga Rai, that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, constantly enjoyed various pastimes with Nityananda in Navadvip. Okay, so all the devotees accompanied Advaita in jubilant dancing and loud chanting of the names of Krishna. So everywhere chanting and things were going on. Nityananda continued to reside in the house of Srivas Pandit. So if you go to Mayapur, there is a place called Srivas Angan. That is where they used to have kirtan. He was constantly in the mood of a child and did not manifest any other mood. So Nityananda Prabhu was residing there because Lord Chaitanya would do his kirtan there. He would not eat rice with his own hands, so Malini fed him like her own son. Okay. So where is the Mahaprakash Lila starting? But we'll see. Or we can read the whole pastime. The chaste Malini, who was the wife of Srivas Thakur, knew well the glories of Lord of Nityananda. Therefore, she served him as a mother serves her son. One day, the Lord was sitting and discussing the topics of Krishna with Srivas. So, Nityananda Prabhu looks like was discussing with Srivas. In order to test Srivas, it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Vishwambar said, "Why are you letting this Avadut stay in your home?" So they have a joking mood. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, "Why are you letting this Nityananda Prabhu stay in our home, in your home? I know you are very magnanimous, but we do not know which caste and which family he belongs to. To get a stranger like this in the home and let him stay, we don't know what his background is. If you want to protect your own caste and family, then you should immediately get rid of this Avadut." So, of course, Lord Chaitanya loves Lord Nityananda so much, but he's just joking. Srivas Pandit smiled and said, "Oh Lord, it is not proper for you to test me." Srivas Pandit thought, "Oh, Lord is testing me by saying this. He wants to see what I will say. If anyone worships you for a day, he is my life and soul. Nityananda is your body, and I am witness of this fact." Okay, even if Nityananda holds a pot of wine, associates with women, and spoils my caste, life, and wealth, still my faith will not waver. This is a fact I am telling you. So he wanted to test the faith of Srivas Thakur in Lord Nityananda. And Srivas Thakur is saying, well, whatever Lord Nityananda does, even if he holds a pot of wine or mixes with women or does, still my faith will not waver. So, okay, even if he does something that is not socially acceptable, because he's the Supreme Lord, he can do anything. When the Lord heard this from the mouth of Srivas, he got up, roared loudly, and embraced him to his chest. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased that Srivas Thakur had unshakable faith, unflinching faith in Lord Nityananda. Oh Pandit Srivas, what did you say? You have so much faith in Nityananda? You have understood my confidential associate Nityananda. Therefore, I am most pleased with you and desire to give you a benediction. So I want to give you a benediction. Even if Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, begs alms from door to door, you will never be afflicted with poverty. Everyone in your house, including the dogs and cats, will have unflinching devotion for me. So you'll never have to beg. Yeah, you'll never have any scarcity of anything. There'll be no poverty. If I were the dog in the house of a Vaishnava, then he would have delivered me by giving me his remnants. I am offering Nityananda to you. Please take care of him in all respects. Okay. After giving this benediction to Srivas, the Lord returned home. Nityananda continued to wander throughout Nadia. So is Balram, Nityananda. So Krishna has a lot of affection for Balram. Right? So sometimes he swam in the Ganges and sometimes he happily floated in the current. So this is Nityananda Prabhu. He would go in the Ganges, or who is this? Sometimes he played with boys and sometimes he went to the houses of Gangadas and Murari. I think it may be Lord Chaitanya. Or maybe it's Nityananda. Sometimes he rushed to the Lord's house where Mother Sachi showered him with affection. Yeah, so sometimes he would go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house where Sachi Mata, his mother, was showering him with affection. In the mood of a child, Nityananda tried to catch hold of Mother Sachi's feet, but she would run away. One day, Mother Sachi had a dream which she narrated to her son Vishwambar in a solitary place. So she told about her dream to Lord Chaitanya. Vishwambar is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Early this morning I had a dream in which I saw you and Nityananda. So she's saying, I saw you and Nityananda both in the dream. Both of you appeared like 5-year-old boys. You were quarreling together and chasing each other. In this way, you both entered the DT room and came out holding Krishna and Balaram in your hands. So in that DT room, they had Krishna and Balaram. So she's imagining that Nityananda and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were 5-year-old boys and they came out taking the DTs in their hands. He had Krishna in his hands. So Nityananda had Krishna in his hands and you had Balaram. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had Balaram. Then I clearly saw the 4 of you quarreling together. So the DTs are the 2 and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. So there is 4 people. They were quarreling. The deities of Krishna and Balaram angrily said, who are you impostors? Get out of here. So Krishna and Balaram were saying, who are you? This house, these rooms, this sandesh, this yogurt and this milk all belong to us. So everything belongs to us. You have come here. So please get out. Krishna and Balaram were saying. Then Nityananda said, those days when you stole yogurt and butter to eat are gone. So that was in a previous age when you used to steal butter and yogurt and all this. Now we are in Kali Yuga, something like that. Those days are gone when you used to steal butter and yogurt. The days of the cowherd boys are over. Now the Brahmanas have taken charge. Recognize us and allow us to enjoy all the offerings. So it's like they are speaking to themselves, right? Because Krishna and Balaram are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. And they are quarreling with themselves, right? They are saying that Nityananda Prabhu is saying, yeah, your cowherd boys days are over. That was in Dwapar Yuga. Now we are the ones. We are the Yuga avatars. Like that. If you do not affectionately allow us to eat, then you will be beaten. Krishna and Balaram will be beaten. Moreover, If we forcibly eat, who can stop us? If you don't allow us, then we'll beat you up. And if we eat, then we'll see how you can stop. Then Ram and Krishna said, it will not be our fault if we bind you, impostors, here today. So I think what you are saying, we are going to bind you up. Then Balram threatened Nityananda, in the name of Krishna, you better not misbehave today. Nityananda replied, I am not afraid of your Krishna, for my Lord is Gaurachandra Vishwambar. It's the same person. But Nityananda Prabhu is saying, no, I am not afraid. Balram is saying, Krishna will punish you. He says, no, I am not afraid of Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu is saying, because I have Gaurachandra with me. In this way, the four of you quarreled, and she is narrating this dream, and forcibly ate each other's food. Someone grabbed another's food and ate, and someone ate the food from another's mouth with his own mouth. Then Nityananda called me and said, oh mother, please give me some rice. I'm hungry. So then Nityananda Prabhu said, give me some rice. When Nityananda said this to me, I woke up. But I could not understand anything, so I'm relating this to you. So she has approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and she's telling me, what is the meaning of this dream? I could not understand. What is this? So I'm telling you. After hearing the topics of a dream, Lord Vishwambar laughed and spoke to his mother in sweet words. O mother, you have certainly seen a most auspicious dream. Please do not disclose this to anyone. The deities of our house are full of life, and your dream has firmly established this fact in my heart. So deities are alive, they are not some statues. I often see that half of the foods that I offer vanish. Feeling shy, I don't tell anyone about this. Who is saying this? Maybe Sachimata. Yeah, she's saying that sometimes I offer and half of the food goes, but I don't tell anybody. I had some doubt about your daughter-in-law, but today that doubt has been removed. This is when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is joking. He's saying that, okay, maybe your daughter-in-law is stealing the offering that you are giving to the deities. That was Vishnu Priya's, yeah. When Sri Gaur Sundar, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that when I offer food to the deity, I feel that it vanishes. And then he is saying, I feel that your daughter-in-law might be stealing. When Sri Gaur Sundar offered foods cooked by Vishnu Priya Devi, he often observed that half of the offering was eaten by the deities. Therefore, Mahaprabhu said, I had doubt in my mind that your daughter-in-law, Vishnu Priya Devi, ate it. But now, after hearing about your dream, I am firmly convinced that most of the offered foods were eaten by the deities, because the deities are alive. It's not some statue. They are eating. First, I was thinking that daughter-in-law is eating themselves, and the rest was left for us. Within another room inside the house, Vishnu Priya Devi, the mother of the universe, smiled on hearing these words of Srimad Mahaprabhu. Okay. Vishnu Priya Devi, the mother of the universe, is rather non-different from Radharani, would say, smiled on hearing the words of her husband. She had heard the entire narration of the dream from within another room. So she was eavesdropping, like that we say. Vishwambar said, O mother, please hear my words. Let us immediately call Nityananda here to feed him. Mother Sachi was pleased to hear the words of her son and began gathering the ingredients for lunch. Okay. Lord Vishwambar quickly went to Nityananda's residence and invited him for lunch. O Gosai, today you should take lunch at our house. But I tell you beforehand, do not create any mischief, because he was in a playful mood. Nityananda held his ears and said, Vishnu, Vishnu, only bad men create mischief. I think you consider me a mischief monger because you think everyone is like yourself. So he's saying, you are a mischief monger, so you think I am also like you. Speaking in this way, they both began to laugh. Then they proceeded to the Lord's house while discussing topics of Krishna on the way. They both smiled as they sat down together, accompanied by their intimate associates like Gadadhar. So they came. Ishan is the servant in Sachi Mata's house. Gave them water to wash their feet. Then Lord and Nityananda went to eat lunch. The mood in which the two lords sat eating together resembled that of Sri Ram and Lakshman at the house of Kaushalya. In this way, the two lords ate their lunch in the same mood with the same affection as the same persons. As Mother Sachi happily served them, she set out 3 plates by mistake, and they both began to laugh. When she returned to serve them more, she directly saw them as 5-year-old boys. So, why did she make 3 plates? By mistake, she made 3 plates, it says. And when she came back, she saw them, they were 5-year-old boys eating. She saw 2 enchanting boys, one with a whitish complexion, another was blackish. Both had 4 arms and both were naked. So there's Krishna and Balaram in there. Leela in Vrindavan. She saw that they had the conch, disc, club, lotus, plough, mushal, the mark of Srivatsa, the Kaustuba gem, and their ears were decorated with shark-shaped earrings. She saw her daughter-in-law on the chest of her son. Then suddenly, the whole scene disappeared. That is Vishnu, Lakshmi on the chest of Vishnu. She fell to the ground unconscious and all her clothes became wet with tears. Rice was scattered throughout the entire room. On seeing this wonderful sight, Sachi forgot herself. Okay, Mahaprabhu hurriedly washed his hands and picked up his mother. Oh mother, please get up, calm yourself. Why did you suddenly fall to the ground? On regaining her consciousness, Mother Sachi quickly tied her hair. She did not say anything as she wept inside one of the rooms. She breathed heavily and her entire body trembled. She was filled with ecstasy and nothing else came to her mind. Then Ishan cleaned the entire room and honored all the remnants. Ishan is the most fortunate person within the 14 worlds, for he served Mother Sachi throughout his entire life. In this way, many sweet pastimes took place every day. No one except the confidential servants of the Lord know about them. The topics of Madhya Khanda are like pots of nectar. By hearing these topics, the atheism within one's heart is vanquished. In this way, Gaurchandra and the devotees engaged in chanting the holy names in Navadvip. All the Lord's associates who took birth in different places gradually came to Navadvip and joined him. When all the Lord's associates understood that the Lord has incarnated, their hearts were filled with ecstasy. As all the Vaishnavas saw the Lord reveal himself, they became fearless and overwhelmed with ecstasy. The Lord also accepted them as equal to his own life. They were all confidential members of the Lord's entourage. The Lord, for whom the Vedas constantly searched, embraced them with all love. The Lord regularly visited the houses of his devotees and exhibited to them his various forms, such as his 4-armed and 6-armed forms. Sometimes the Lord went to the house of Gangadas or Murari, and sometimes he went to the house of Acharya Ratna, that is Chandrasekhar Acharya. Nityananda constantly remained with the Lord. They were never separated for even a moment. Nityananda Swarup was always absorbed in the mood of a child, and Lord Vishwambar was also absorbed in various moods. According to their respective good fortune, the devotees who were like bumblebees at the lotus feet of the Lord saw the Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana and Narsimha forms of the Lord. So all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has all incarnations within him. Some days he cried in the mood of a gopi and could not remember whether it was day or night. Some day the Lord accepted the mood of Uddhav or Akrura, and some days he was absorbed in the mood of Balram and asked for wine. Some days Vishwambar assumed the mood of 4-headed Brahma. After reciting the prayers offered by Brahma, he fell to the ground. Sometimes the Lord offered prayers in the mood of Prahlad. In this way, the Lord constantly floated in the ocean of devotional service. Upon seeing this pastime, Sachi, the Mother of Universe, floated in ecstasy. She thought within her heart, this son may also leave home. Mother Sachi said, my dear son, please go and take bath in the Ganges. The Lord replied, O mother, please chant the names of Krishna and Ram. Regardless of whatever Mother Sachi said to her son, Vishwambar would not reply anything other than Krishna. No one could understand the inconceivable moods of the Lord. Whatever mood he assumed appeared most enchanting. One day a singer of Shiva's glories arrived. He began to play a small drum and chant the glories of Lord Shiva. So, he came to the Lord's doorstep for begging alms and began to dance in a circle while singing a song about Lord Shiva. As soon as Lord Vishwambar heard the qualities of Lord Shankar, he immediately took the form of Shankar with matted locks of hair. So Lord Chaitanya now comes into the mood of Lord Shiva. The Lord jumped on the shoulders of that singer and shouted loudly, I am that Shankar whom you are worshipping. Because Lord Shiva is a transformation of Vishnu, right? We say, Shiram Yathadati Vikara Vishesha Yogat, right? That verse is there in Brahma Samhita, how milk gets transformed into curd when coming in contact with a sour substance. Similarly, Shiva is the transformation of Vishnu. Very, very close, but not quite the same. For the purpose of, the world, dealing with this world, he has transformed into Lord Shiva. Some people say Mahaprabhu with matted locks of hair. Some people saw Mahaprabhu with matted locks of hair and playing a horn and damaru drum. He continued, as he continually exclaimed, sing, sing. So he had taken the mood of Lord Shiva with damaru and horn. Whatever glorification of Shiva that great personality ever sang now bore its full fruits. Since that singer sang without offense, Gaur Chandra climbed his shoulders. After regaining external consciousness, Lord Vishwambar got down and personally placed alms in the singer's bag. Being fully satisfied, the singer left. All the devotees chanted the names of Hari. As the glories of Lord were vibrated, devotional service to Krishna became manifest. In this way, the Lord enjoyed pastimes with his servants. The Lord said, O brothers, listen to this essence of all advice. Why are we uselessly wasting our nights? So why are we sleeping at night? It's difficult, right, to not sleep. Make a resolution from that today on, we will congregationally chant the holy names at night. So every day at night also we'll chant. And it is not possible for ordinary conditioned souls to just not sleep. But these are all associates of the Lord. So we will all perform Sankirtan and become merged in the Ganges of devotional service. Let the entire world be delivered by hearing the names of Krishna. Let the holy names be life and wealth of you all. On hearing all this, all the Vaishnavas became ecstatic. Somebody says, let's do Japa whole night, let's do Kirtan whole night. Will we feel ecstatic? We will feel, oh my God, this is too much. I have to sleep. They became ecstatic. Of course, they were empowered by the Supreme Lord and they are eternal associates of the Lord. Thus, Mahaprabhu began his Kirtan pastimes. Every night, Kirtan was held at the house of Srivas, except some nights it was held at the house of Chandrasekhar. Nityananda, Gadadhar, Advait, Srivas, Vidyanidhi, Murari, Hiranya, Haridas, Gangadas, Vanamali, Vijayanandan, Jagadananda, Buddhimanta Khan, Narayan, Kashishwar, Vasudev, Ram, Garuda, Govinda, Govindananda, Gopinath, Jagdish, Shriman, Sridhar, Sadashiv, Vakreshwar, Sri Garbha, Shuklambar, Brahmananda, Purushottam, Sanjay, and innumerable other servants of Lord Chaitanya were present in those kirtans. So Gadadhar Pandit, Nityananda, Advaita, all the Panchatattva were there. Gangadas Pandit was there. So now suddenly the Lord will go into a mood of like being the Supreme Lord. One night when the kirtan was going on, suddenly the Lord will go into a mood of being the Supreme Lord. Normally other nights they would just do kirtan, but this particular night, I think they all participated in the Lord's dancing. No one other than the Lord's associates was present there. Not everybody was allowed. The loud roaring of the Lord and the tumultuous chanting of Hari's name shattered the covering of the universe. Hearing that sound, the atheist jumped about in anger and said, "These fellows drink wine at night." So because they were not allowed, so people were outside, they were saying, they drink wine. These people know the mystic perfection of Madhumati, They chant mantras at night to call 5 virgins. So they have some mystic power by which they call girls there. 12 hours have passed and we could not sleep. All we hear is the loud sound of bol bol. In this way, the atheist spoke in anger as Sri Sachinandan blissfully engaged in kirtan. Why? Because their sleep was disturbed. Maybe they had neighbors and chanting was going on. So obviously they are not happy about it. They became annoyed and they started making stories. As soon as the Lord heard the sound of kirtan, yeah, he lost external consciousness and fell to the ground. So he would go into ecstasy and fall. The Lord repeatedly fell to the ground with such force that the earth broke into pieces and everyone became frightened. When Mother Sachi saw the Lord's soft body falling forcefully to the ground, she closed her eyes and remembered Govinda. So which mother would like that son is falling on the ground and like that? She remembered Krishna. Although the Lord fell with great force due to being absorbed in the mood of Vaishnava, Mother Sachi felt unhappy out of affection. Like in Govardhan Leela, Yashoda feels so disturbed that her son has lifted a huge mountain on his little finger. She's in anxiety. So this motherly feeling, right? Mothers always feel anxiety when their children are in difficult situation. Although Krishna was enjoying in that situation, but Mother Sachi did not know how to prevent this. She repeatedly pleaded in the following words, because he was falling to the ground with a great force. O Krishna, please give me this benediction. When Vishwambar falls forcefully to the ground, may I not know anything about it. So I don't want to even see this. O Krishna, please show me this mercy. Like Yashoda prayed to Govardhan. Govardhan, if you are a big demigod or some kind of great personality, please become light on Krishna's finger, because please become light. She started praying to Govardhan because Krishna was holding this huge weight. And then Krishna said, no, mother, it is not like that. We worshipped Govardhan so nicely. So Govardhan is in ecstasy and is just floating. And I'm just using my finger to just balance. I'm not feeling any weight. So like that, Yashoda said, no, but I don't believe you. Govardhan should detach from your hand and float around. If he is light, then he should detach himself from your hand and float around. Then I'll accept that he's light like a feather. I'm not ready to believe you. And then Madhumangal said, yes, it's not Krishna who is lifting the Govardhan hill. I am a Brahmana and I have chanted mantras, and that is holding the Govardhan hill up. And Krishna is just putting his hand and just acting as if he is holding the hill. But it is my power, the power of my mantras. So like that, there's a nice conversation. I like this conversation very much because it's all joking going beneath Govardhan hill amongst all the devotees, and different emotions are being expressed. It is said all the rasas were exchanged under Govardhan hill. Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, because all the Vrajvasis were there. And every Vrajvasi has a certain mood in which they relate to Krishna. So it was a nice Leela for 7 days, and they were not separated from Krishna. And Krishna was looking, and everybody felt that Krishna was looking at them only. So this is Krishna's special reciprocation. Although due to spiritual ecstasy, he does not feel any distress. I would be happy to remain unaware of this. So maybe he doesn't feel any distress, but I cannot see him falling to the ground. I don't like this. Realizing the inner desire of Mother Sachi, Gaurachandra awarded her appropriate spiritual happiness. So she was feeling sad. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the heart, he enlivened. Sachi. As long as the Lord was engaged in congregational chanting of the names of Hari, Mother Sachi remained devoid of external consciousness. She went into some trance like state. There was no break in the Lord's ecstatic dancing. So those who are in like trance-like state, they are not concerned with this material world. They are just absorbed in Krishna, singing Krishna, like Madhvendra Puri, right? They are completely absorbed in Krishna. They are completely aloof of what is going on in this world, like that. Their mind is completely absorbed in Krishna and Krishna's service and like that. So if you can come to that state, it's very good, right? Completely absorbed in. Okay, there was no break in the Lord's ecstatic dancing. All of his associates chanted around him day and night. Because the highest thing is to remember Krishna, is to come to the point of always remembering Krishna. So he was dancing day and night. Sometimes the devotees chanted at Lord's house while Sri Sachinandan danced. Sometimes the Lord manifested his mood as the supreme controller, and sometimes he cried while saying, I am the servant. Sometimes he was like in a mood. Oh brothers, please hear her. So sometimes he would just be in a servant mood. Sometimes he would be in the God mood. Oh brothers, please hear attentively about Lord's transformation of ecstatic love, which are unique throughout the innumerable universes. As Lord Gaurachandra danced in ecstasy, the devotees sang in ecstasy. On the day of Sri Hari Vasara, which is observed by chanting the names of Hari, the Lord who is the life of the entire world, began to dance. So Hari Vasara is the day of Ekadashi, the day of Lord Hari, which is tomorrow, I think, right? It's Ekadashi tomorrow, or maybe Friday. Anybody knows? It's tomorrow, I think.
Yes, Prabhuji. Tomorrow is Ekadashi.
Yes, tomorrow.
So he was chanting. The auspicious inauguration of chanting of names of Gopal and Govinda took place in the most pious courtyard of Srivas. They were chanting and dancing. Vishwambar began dancing from the time of sunrise, and the devotees sang sweetly in various groups. One group was headed by Srivas Pandit, and another group was headed by chanting of Mukunda. Another group was headed by Govinda Ghosh. All the devotees chanted during the dancing of Gaurachandra. As the powerful Nityananda caught hold of the Lord, Advaita secretly took the dust from the Lord's feet. The eyes of devotees headed by Gadadhar filled with tears as they became overwhelmed with ecstasy in the Lord's Kirtan. Everybody was crying and like. Now here, the next 40 verses, which described how the Lord, who is the life and soul of the entire universe, danced in ecstasy during Kirtan. So now 40 verses is talking about the dancing of the Lord. The name of Govinda vibrated in all directions as the son of Sachi became overwhelmed while dancing in ecstasy with his associates. Whenever the Lord cries, he cried for 3 hours. His hair became untied and scattered on the floor. Only a person whose heart is made of wood would not become overwhelmed and fall to the ground upon seeing the Lord's crying. When the Lord laughed loudly in ecstasy, he would continue laughing for 3 hours. The Lord forgot his own glories. We may think this is craziness, right? But this is symptoms of ecstasy. The Lord forgot his own glories as he became absorbed in the mood of a servant. Like at Panihati also, in the house of Raghav Pandit, when Lord Nityananda had a kirtan, they continuously danced for 3 months, right? Can you imagine? And they were in so much ecstasy. They were taking up, small children were uprooting trees and bringing and dancing with the trees like that. So we can believe it or we may not believe it, but it is there in the scripture. So the Lord forgot his own glories and he became absorbed in the mood of a servant. He repeatedly exclaimed, I have conquered, I have conquered. When Mahaprabhu chanted in great ecstasy, I have conquered, the devotees also initiated by chanting, I have conquered, I have conquered. Sometimes the Lord sang so loudly that the sound vibration pierced the covering of the universe. Sometimes his body became as heavy as the universe that none of his followers could hold him still. Sometimes he would become light as cotton and his followers would happily carry him on their shoulders. The pure devotees happily carried the Lord on their shoulders and wandered around the courtyard. Whenever the Lord fell unconscious to the ground out of ecstasy, the devotees became frightened and chanted the name of Hari in his ear. Sometimes his entire body shook vigorously like a boy's teeth chattering due to excessive cold. So sometimes he would become very heavy. Sometimes he would fall unconscious. They would chant Hari's name in his ear and he would come back. Sometimes his body perspired in such a way that it appeared that Ganges was flowing from his body. So much perspiration. Sometimes his body became as hot as a blazing fire. And when sandalwood pulp was smeared on his body, it dried immediately. Sometimes the Lord would sigh heavily and everyone would move out of the way of his breath. Sometimes he tried to catch everyone's feet and the Vaishnavas ran away out of fear. Sometimes he would sit leaning against Nityananda and sometimes he lifted his feet, looked at everyone and smiled. So it goes on. Understanding the intention of the Lord, all the devotees told the wonderful jewel like dust from the Lord's lotus feet. Acharya Gosai said, "My dear thief, we have broken into your hidden treasury." Vishwambar rolled on the ground in ecstasy as all the devotees sang the glories of Krishna on all sides. When Lord Vishwambar danced madly, the earth shook and everyone became frightened. Seeing sometimes Vishwambar dance so sweetly, it resembled the chanting dance of Nanda's son. There is a song. What is that song? Sachi Dulala Nachata Shri Hari Kirtan Me Sundaralala Sachi or Sundarabala Sachi Dulala Nachati Shri Hari Kirtan Me. There is a song like that. Sometimes Vishwambar danced so sweetly it resembled the enchanting dance of Nanda's son. Sometimes his roaring resembled that of millions of lions, yet by his mercy everyone's ears were saved from harm, so he would roar so loudly. Sometimes when he walked above the ground. Some persons saw this while others could not. In his ecstasy, whoever the Lord looked at with his red eyes would first become frightened and then run away laughing. Vishwambar became agitated in ecstasy and danced, forgetful of himself and others. In ecstasy, he would catch the feet of someone and then climb on his head. Sometimes he would cry while embracing someone around their neck, and the next moment he would climb on his shoulders. Sometimes he would become extremely restless in the mood of a child and make various childish noises in his mouth. Sometimes he shook his feet and laughed exuberantly. Sometimes he crawled on his knees like a small child. Sometimes Vishwambar became absorbed in the mood of Krishna in his beautiful threefold bending form. He remained in that state for 3 hours. Sometimes he would become absorbed in meditation and play a flute. Then he appeared exactly like Krishna, the moon-like Lord of Vrindavan. On regaining his external consciousness, he would cry in the mood of a servant. He would hold straw between his teeth and beg for the service of the Lord's lotus feet. Sometimes he whirled in a circle for 3 hours, and sometimes he danced in such a way that his feet touched his head. Feet touching the head. Whatever mood the Lord exhibited was most wonderful. The son of Jagannath Mishra danced in the ecstasy of chanting his own holy names. Sometimes he roared so loudly that his entire body trembled. Unable to remain steady, he then fell to the ground. Although the Lord's complexion was golden, he sometimes appeared in various colors. Sometimes his 2 ears doubled in size. In this way, the Lord became absorbed in the transcendental mood of Vaishnava and spoke in words that did not befit him. Previously, whenever the Lord saw Vaishnava, he addressed him as Prabhu, but now he would grab them by the hair and announce, "This fellow is my servant." Previously, whenever the Lord saw Vaishnava, he would catch hold of his feet, but now he would climb on their chest and offer his feet to them. On seeing the Lord's ecstasy, the devotees wept as they embraced each other's neck. All the devotees were decorated with sandalwood pulp and flower garlands as they chanted in the ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. The sound of mridanga, wampers, conchis, and kartals mixed with their congregational chanting of the holy names. The sound of Sankirtan filled the sky and pierced the covering of the universe. All the auspiciousness in four directions was vanquished. This was not so wonderful, for even by the dancing of the Lord's servant, all obstacles are destroyed, and the entire world is purified. Okay. When the Lord himself dances to the chanting of his own names, who can say what benefit is there? Can even the Puranas describe this? The son of Jagannath Mishra danced in the midst of the auspicious congregational chanting of the Lord's holy names, which vibrated in the four directions. He whose ecstatic holy names and glories induced Lord Shiva to forget his clothes and dance was now personally dancing. Okay, so like that it goes on. The Lords whose holy names induced Valmiki to become enriched by austerities, whose holy names award Ajamil with liberation, and whose holy names, when heard, destroy one's material bondage, that Lord who has incarnated in Kali Yuga, now engaged in dancing. And there are so many verses quoted here, Srimad Bhagavatam. That Lord whose holy names Shukdev and Narada sing as they wander about, whose transcendent qualities are sung by thousand-headed Lord Ananta, and whose holy names are the best of all forms of atonement, now personally danced before the eyes of the fortunate. I took a sinful birth, for I did not take birth at that time. Therefore, I did not have the opportunity to see such a great festival. Yeah, so Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is the author, is saying, I did not take part in this Sankirtan pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. My misfortune. The son of Vyasa knew the Lord's intention, so he glorified Kali Yuga in Srimad Bhagavatam. As Mahaprabhu Vishwambar danced in his own ecstasy, the movement of his feet sounded most enchanting. Due to the Lord's absorption in ecstasy, his garland did not remain on his neck, but scattered at the feet of the devotees. Where did the happiness of riding on a Garuda go? Where did the form holding conch, disc, club and lotus go? Where did the happiness of lying on the bed of Ananta go? The Lord now cried and rolled on the ground in the mood of a servant. Where did the happiness of Vaikuntha go? Lord forgot all other happiness while tasting the happiness of a servant. He was in the mood of a devotee. Where did the happiness of looking at the face of Rama, the goddess of fortune, go? Now the Lord raised his arms and face and cried in separation. Okay. Great personalities. So we'll stop here at 206, 207. I think let's put it here. We'll continue from that place on. Okay, so in the evening we have temple programs, so maybe tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining. If anybody is still around, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, thank you.